Hello, welcome to Social Media Weekly episode 15 September. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. My name is Sean and I'm back! This week's news. Snapchat saw record downloads since 2019. Facebook's media export tool includes Dropbox. Facebook Watch hits 1.25 billion monthly visitors. Facebook rolls out new social media network for colleges. Oracle, now a more possible suitor for TikTok. YouTube releases TikTok rival. Back to the stories. Snapchat saw record downloads since 2019. In August, the social media app was installed 28.5 million times, its single largest month since May of 2019. This could be due to a new Disney face filters, possibly the Mulan ones, or it could be users bailing TikTok for another more stable platform. If Snapchat knows that this is any indicator, they would probably start working on adding music clips into their platform. But Snapchat has said that they are a more AR focused platform. I don't know. If they find that this is any indicator that they should invest in a music company to put in all the 15-second clips, then they could be a good competitor for TikTok. Because at this point, Snapchat is the only one that is not coming up with a TikTok clone. Facebook's media export tool includes Dropbox. If you haven't been paying attention, Facebook introduced a feature that allows users to export all media uploaded onto its platform last year, all your images and all your videos. This is a service initially meant for the EU people who want to delete the app, kind of like right to forget and delete Facebook. They then expanded it to everybody globally in June of this year. At the time, we could only export media to Google Photos. Now, you can do it on Dropbox and also a lesser-known app called Kufer. It's an EU-based app. So, if you would like to have access to all your Facebook pics and videos and don't want them to crowd your Google Photos, you can consider one of the two new alternatives. Personally, because Dropbox only has 2 GB off the bat, if you want more, you would have to upgrade. So, if you don't mind high resolution but not full resolution, you can have unlimited storage on Google Photos. So just use Google Photos. Facebook Watch hits 1.25 billion visitors. Still thinking Facebook Watch is not a good competitor to YouTube? Think again. This dramatic surge, according to product lead Paresh Rajawat, happened at the beginning of global lockdown and social distancing mandates. It hasn't subsided even after many markets have reopened. Perhaps it has become a successful habitual thing now. As far as I remember, Facebook kind of lost a lot of user base at the end between 2018 and 2019. And in the beginning of 2020, when lockdowns were happening, usage surged. Active daily users surged, even among people who said that they were no longer on Facebook, because there's only so much that Instagram can do, right? It's just images and videos of people. Facebook is more complete social media platform where you can share stuff, you can discuss things, you have groups and things like that. So it appears that even after the lockdown, during the lockdown, the habit was reignited among old users. Old users meaning not old age, but users who have been in Facebook for a long time but decided not to continue at that point. And even after the lockdown was lifted, the habit stuck with most of them. Me included. So if you are a brand that creates content for YouTube and IGTV, consider uploading them onto Facebook Watch too. And I'm also saying this to myself because I still do not have my content on Facebook Watch, which I think I should put on Facebook Watch. Facebook rolls out new social network for colleges. It's called Campus, and it's kind of like a major throwback to the company who started off as a campus social networking site. So if you don't know, Facebook started off as a social networking site for campuses, for people to mingle around among each other in the campus. The purpose of this app will be to connect with classmates, join groups, discover upcoming events, get updates from their school administration, and chat with other students from their dorms, clubs, and other campus groups. Kind of like exactly what Facebook is doing right now. It's just a matter of rebadging the Facebook name and giving it a different color, maybe green color, campus, all that kind of stuff, but it's everything that Facebook already has. Except that you would require an @edu email address to join, which means that it becomes a formal thing, right? It's like specifically for people with an edu email only. And once you leave that college and your email address gets deactivated, you will no longer be able to use campus. So at this point, there isn't much detail yet, except that it will probably be focused in the US first. It's hard to see any USP that set it apart from Facebook unless they work with school administrative people to force and mandate the usage of this as their primary communication tool or their social networking tool. Kind of like Blackboard. I mean, when I was in school, we used to use this forum thing called Blackboard. Essentially, social media is an evolution of forums, online forums. And last time we would be able to check timetables, secure seats in classes, download lecture slides, and pose questions for lecturers to answer as well. So if the universities and colleges made it mandatory for them to use it, then yeah, they can use it. Then there is a value to it. If not, then I don't know. I don't see anything that sets it apart from Facebook. Oracle now, a more possible TikTok suitor. It appears Microsoft may not get TikTok after all, but it's also not confirmed that Oracle is going to secure the deal or how the deal may look. So everything is still in the air. They could either be owning a majority of the social media's company stake, which means that they buy 51%. TikTok Global will be owned by Oracle, and minor owner will be ByteDance, so they get to control how data is disseminated, where the servers are, and they get to be the canary in the gold mine if China's, asks for information. Or they could just be a technology partner to run its US operations, which means that all TikTok that happens outside of US will still be owned by ByteDance. Only within US is owned by Oracle. There is also a chance that no selling would happen, which is what the Chinese government is hoping for. If Oracle gets to run TikTok in the US, they will need to sort out the recommendation algorithm because China has recently blocked this technology with a patent update. China updated their patent requirement stating that when a company is sold, the patent that has been filed in China has to be owned by China, which means that all the codes, all the lines of codes that is built by TikTok on all the algorithm cannot be sold along with the company. But according to many technologists, TikTok's algorithm isn't actually that hard to copy. It's not very complicated. So they can just hire some external company like Dribbble or Dubsmash or Triller or something and just cobble something up together and make it work. All they need is the brand name and the user base. This, in my opinion, it feels like a better deal than Microsoft, because Microsoft already owns LinkedIn and therefore makes it a social media company. Bringing a new company into the fold is better for competition. So we don't have one company that owns multiple social media platforms, which is a good thing for us. YouTube releases TikTok rival. It appears that TikTok will no longer be unique. YouTube has just released a copycat called YouTube Shorts in India. Everything you can see on TikTok is in YouTube Shorts. You can upload up to 50 seconds of video, use multi-segment camera, speed control, timer, countdown feature, and you can also tag it with YouTube's wide library of music, which the company says will keep growing. So at this point, the longer TikTok stays in limbo, the less market value it holds. People will be moving elsewhere, competitions are sprouting up, perhaps for the better. We will possibly not see one social media platform with hundreds and millions, if not billions of users, but we'll probably see multiple platforms that compete directly with each other for the same user base. And at that point, it's good for us. Perhaps this is exactly what the Americans are going for. They never wanted to ban TikTok. They never wanted to have TikTok be sold away. All they wanted is just to put a pin on this social media app that's been growing so fast and so strongly. They want to put a pin on it so that the competitions can come in. Preferably American competitions can come in, swipe out all the user base, fragment it out, and then TikTok will not be as strong as it used to be. It's working. Alright, so Social Media Weekly Podcast available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 15 September 2020. My name is Sean. Stay safe. Au revoir.